Dorette Potgieter is a successful and established actress and has been a familiar face on our screens for years. Well, apart from being a thespian, she's also a mother to a daughter Leah, aged 4, and a single parent.
53% of working mothers in South Africa are single parents, and single parenting is on the rise, making Dorette's situation more common than the exception.
When you first found out that you're going to have to look after Leah predominantly on your own, how did that make you feel? What were your main concerns?
I was 3 months pregnant and I realized my relationship was not salvageable. And I stood in front of the huge decision: either leave and be angry and just project all that anger on my poor child who's completely innocent, or make a conscious decision to allow the father to be a part of her life without the two of you bringing in a horrible energy as a connection and expose her to that. And that's the decision I made, because I also realized when she's 16 or a teenager, she's going to really need her father.
And I suppose having a good relationship with your partner and a system that works is absolutely key.
It does make things easy. In the beginning it was very hard. We both didn't know how to actually do it, because my viewing on bringing up Leah and his are two different books that we had to start merging. But she helped us. Leah, do you remember making a picture? Leah in her own castle with little stairs to the top. Mommy in her own castle with little stairs to the top. Daddy in his own castle with little stairs to the top. And they have stairs interlinking each other. Hey, high five.
And in the middle was my castle.
So Leah is the focus point of our lives together, and that is what we wanted and what we intended to, and hopefully it will stay like that forever.
Educational psychologist Anil Annandale has seen the effect single parenting has on both the child and the adult, and offers her professional perspective.
Parents have so much less time, so much less money, to try and do it by themselves. They often have to work so much harder to try and supply everything that, there really is a need for. For the children, what we often find is they simply have to take on more responsibility than children usually would in a household. I mean, there's a much closer parent-child relationship, for one. Very often the children are a lot more mature and responsible, simply because they have to be. The other thing that we often see is that children will be a big part of the decision-making process, and because of that they understand the reasons behind rules so much better. And we find that children from single-parent households will sometimes comply to the rules just because they understand them.
Single parenting is highly demanding in terms of time, finances, and emotional output. Anil has some advice which may help single parents find balance.
Quite often I find single parents will, they won't sleep enough, they won't eat enough. So make sure that you take care of those, even if it means that some of the other things, the household chores, need to take a stand back. It's very important as well for children to be exposed then to positive role models of the other sex. Just point out the positive things that you see other people doing. Massively important to have a good support network. And it's also very important for parents to try and be flexible with their work routine. But if not, don't be afraid to approach your boss and say, look, I am a single parent. Is there another way that we can work this thing?
Single parents may also benefit from a support group where they can share thoughts and ideas with other single parents and find solutions to common obstacles.
What advice do you have for other moms and dads venturing into single parenthood?
Read as much as you can whilst pregnant, because you don't know how it's going to end up after that. And I think knowledge is wisdom. And also don't force yourself to be the super mother running on empty all the time. Don't, because you become very unhappy, and that spills down on your child, and what you end up is an unhappy situation.
A single parent household is also a family, and families thrive when they are healthy and well in every sense, from the physical through to the emotional aspect.
Although sometimes daunting and challenging idea, single parenthood can be an extremely rewarding experience for both parent and child. And as the saying goes, a man's work is from sun to sun, but a parent's job is never done.